All right. Well, we finished chapter 5, and it was an exciting chapter about personal growth. We had a chance to talk about our personality, which is one of my favorites. I love the idea that we can actually develop our personality so that we're not stuck and pigeonholed just with one label, but we can be all of these things so that we can have a much greater reach in terms of how we want to live our life. And I think that's huge in terms of our purpose. And we also learned that a lot of our purpose may be hidden like a treasure inside the underdeveloped side of our personalities. And so, what a great motivator to be able to explore and develop the side that we're not used to, but we can learn new things about ourselves as we go through this personality development. We also learned about critical thinking, about the difference between fact and opinion, and how sometimes these things can derail us from actually understanding other people, and how other people may misunderstand us because we're pressing our opinion as a fact and it really isn't. And so authenticity says we recognize the difference between the two. We also learned about what it meant to be a sheeple, and we don't want to be a sheeple. But we also see how that plays into Maslow's hierarchy of needs, that when we want to really belong and we really want to be loved and be part of a group, how that can really pull us maybe in the wrong direction, so that we are not experiencing our authentic self because we don't want to be excluded from that group. And so that gives us a chance to reevaluate some of the things that we're involved with. It also gives us a chance to look at the critical thinking in terms of manipulation. Are we being manipulated, or are we manipulating other people? It doesn't make any difference what our intentions are, the results are the same. So we have to be very aware of it and always be be honest, because that's what leads to authenticity. And then, of course, we talked also about internal external motivation. The better of the two is internal motivation. You need to be very clear in your objectives. And if you haven't been clear in your objectives before, now is the time to do it. And don't be afraid. Don't think, well, I'll never achieve those objectives, so I shouldn't put it down. Remember the 1/8 inch principle. It just takes small adjustments for you to actually achieve those. So be sure that you write those down, because it's important. If you want to go to college, it doesn't make any difference how old you are. My mom was 75 years old when she finally finished college. And so there's no reason why you can't just go ahead and say, I'm going to at least do it. I'm going to start. It just takes doing it the first time. And so as we begin to really put all this together and realize that we want healthy relationships for you, but we also want them for other people. So in some cases, if not all cases, we're going to need to model what a healthy relationship looks like to other people. And that includes the ask, where we want to really ask questions, we want to be solution driven, and then we have to know when to walk away. And so I hope that you've enjoyed this chapter as much as I have. There's so much more to it. If you ever get a chance to come to one of our seminars, please do so. They're a lot of fun. And so in the meantime, enjoy what you're learning, spend some time with it, reflecting, talk to people that you can trust, and really decide that this is going to be your change, because you want to move into that 1% club. Okay, I'll see you at the next session. It'll be chapter 6.